Hey guys, today I will be going through the process of transforming my tilted 2119 map. As you can see from these shots here, it looks quite empty and all the buildings look the same, with none of them really standing out. But that's all about to change, as I'm going to be adding a new game mode and liven up the city with decorative props and POIs. With all that being said, let's get into the transformation. Alright, to start off I'm going to be getting rid of this building in the heart of the city, as this is where the player spawn is going to be for the Maka's Games game mode I'm going to be adding. Since this main central area will be quite big, I also have to make one of the roads smaller to fit it. Next, I start making the player spawns and creating the city center in the process. If you've ever played Maka's games, you'll know it's essentially my take on the Hunger Games, where you have to be the last player standing to win. The only thing that makes it different is that all heals are at the center of the map and cannot be found anywhere else. I also added a map changing mechanic where the final fight will happen in an altered location in the center of the map. Here I'm creating the podiums which the players will spawn on. Once I've completed one of them, I copy and paste them onto all the others. To decorate the center, I wanted to use these statues to create a monument. I started to mess around with them, trying to figure out what works best. I eventually added a stand for them, using a neo-tilted flower pot flipped upside down. I then added the item spawners to the base of the monument, where all the heals will spawn. To decorate it even more, I added the fountains and the spherical objective device in the center. To create a hologram effect, I rotated the time hologram 360 degrees. To complete the city center, I wanted it to feel a bit like Times Square. To achieve this effect, I added advertisements to some of the buildings. Once I was happy with how the city center turned out, I moved on to decorating the city streets. I used mainly the neo-tilted prop gallery and vehicle gallery to achieve this. I added cars, trucks, benches, letterboxes, holograms, signs and bins, all to give the city more detail and provide cover for players. Having finished the first street, I used this as a template for decorating the rest of the city. Here you can see me adding all of the props that I used for decorating the first street. For my first POI, I wanted to create a shopping street, which has a mall built alongside it. I added restaurants, shops and signs to achieve this. Next, I started adding more POIs, starting off with the Keyboard King shop, then choosing the buildings to become the Burger restaurant, Softy's ice cream shop, and the pizza pit. I later revisited the city centre, but one of the streets was far too open and needed more cover. To fix this, I added advertisement boards. I also noticed that one of the rooftop pools needed a lot more work. So I went about adding a bar, disco area, seating areas and sun loungers. Most rare weapons will be on top of buildings, and players will be given shockwave grenades in order to scale them. Also guys, let me know in the comment section if you're enjoying it so far, because I can do more of these videos in the future.
I'm holding, but shocking, searching for affection, but searching isn't finding. Sit back, relax, 'cause love is blinding. Searching for affection, but searching isn't finding. Sit back and relax, 'cause love is blinding.
The main Capitol building also had some changes made to it. All I did was add some statues and some of these bamboo trees to give it more detail. This is also the building where the pre-game lobby is. Once I finally finished decorating all the city, I went about adding the chest for the game mode. To finish off the transformation, the map changing mechanic needed to be added. The explosive barrel will trigger channel 1, which will in turn blow up the city center and cause barriers to be activated, changing the layout of the center of the map.
Touch the fire, burn your hands with the desire of the future. It's so bliss in this battle, and we're losing. Searching for affection, but searching isn't finding. Sit back.
Finally, this ends my transformation of Tilted 2119. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, and let me know in the comments if you want to see more of these kind of videos in the future. That's all from me, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.